everyone, welcome back to a new video. Let's just begin this video with I bought some books. Over the past 2 months, I have collected some books that I have gotten for Christmas, bought for gift cards, and bought with my own money. And in this video, I want to show you all of the books that I have gotten into my book collection over the past 2 months. I have been waiting to film this video until I got the last package that I received 2 days ago now. I'm just gonna start showing off the books that I have gotten. Let's begin with the books that I got around Christmas time and on Christmas. So first off we have Book Lovers by Emily Henry. This is so damn floppy. And I just want to point that out because I like a book that is floppy like this. Anyway, Book Lover. I believe one of the characters is a literary agent and they have to work together or work against each other. Emily Henry is a very beloved romance or contemporary author and I have not read any of her books, so this is the first one. And also, if you have read any Emily Henry books and you have like a specific one that you think is better than any of her other books, please leave it in the comments below and I will read that first because I have another Emily Henry book on in this book haul. Then we have Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. This is the sequel to These Violent Lights, which I'm currently reading and I'm almost halfway through. This is a Romeo and Juliet retelling taking place in the 1920s, late 1920s in Shanghai, and there is gang rivalry. Juliet is in the Scarlet Gang and Roma Montagov is in the White Flowers. There's a lot of tension, and now in the first book there is a kind of mystery of this madness going on and killing a bunch of people, and so both of them in their respective gangs and with their respective friends and stuff, they are investigating, and I think it hasn't really come up to that yet in the first book, but I think that they will come together at some point and try to work this out. But I absolutely love these covers, and Chloe Gong has been an inspiration for me in the author community, I guess, for such a long time, so I wanted to read her books, of course. Then we have The Year of the Witching by Alexis Henderson. It's historical and dark and twisty. I have seen so many people recommend this book. The Year of the Witching. I feel like the title says it all, and I really want to read this next October, so that's definitely on my October TBR for this year. Then I also got Act Your Age, Eve Brown by Talia Hibbert, and I also got the second one, which is Take a Hint, Danny Brown, which I'm also currently reading. So Danny Brown is the second in this series, the Brown Sisters series, and Eve Brown is the heroine of the third novel. I think the first one and this one will be my favorites because I'm currently reading, like I said, Take a Hint, Danny Brown, and I don't know what to feel about it. I have like 100 pages left or 90 pages left. We're coming up to the third breakup and I don't know how to feel about it yet. But I have high hopes for this one and I absolutely love the look of these together on my shelf and having the whole completed series and knowing that I will finish this series this year. That's a great feeling. Then I have a book that I've already read, and that's The Ballad of Never After by Stephanie Garber. The second book from Evangeline Fox's perspective, and with Jax, of course, you can't forget Jax. I freaking love this book, gave it 5 stars. The third book is coming out this year, so maybe we'll get a haul later this year when I show you the third one, and I'm very excited to see the UK cover of the third one. It's just so whimsical and good, and this is not supposed to be a review time, so I will just go into the next book, and that's Belladonna by Adeline Grace, and I absolutely love this cover, and that's partly the reason why I bought it. Belladonna is a dark YA fantasy romance kind of thing. You know, when I made a wish list with these books, I did read the synopsis for them beforehand to know like if I would like them, but I don't know much. I just know that there is a character in this book that is Death himself, and that is very interesting. And I like the title Belladonna because when I was in 9th grade, the Swedish school system, when I was in 9th grade we were doing a short story in English, and I did a fancy short story, of course. I got the highest grade for that, which I was very thankful for, and kickstarted my whole writing career, if we can just say that. It was about this queen hosting a banquet of some kind. She was undergoing this ritual thing and she had to take belladonna because of certain medical things, hallucination things. It was part of the ritual. So belladonna, the plant and the poison, has been with me for a long time, so of course I needed to have this book to know what this is all about. And the cover, let's just say that it's freaking beautiful. So that was the books that I got for Christmas. Now we can go into the books that I bought for gift cards that I got for Christmas. And first we have Mysteries of Thorn Manor by Margaret Rogerson, the novella sequel to Sorcery of Thorns. I love Sorcery of Thorns because it reminded me a lot of Howl's Moving Castle. That character right there reminded me of Howl, and there's demon sidekick kind of thing. He reminded me of Calcifer in Howl's Moving Castle. So I love that book. I like the cover, but I'm very bummed about the colorization, or like the vibrancy of the colors on this cover, because every single promotion picture of the cover, like the digital version or the actual art file of this cover, is very muted down. And as you can see, like I can pop up a picture of Sorcery of Thorns, the colors are very muted. But when you look at this, the vibrancy of this, like the saturation on this cover, is out of this world. I don't know if that's what they were going through, like a warm, kind of fuzzy novella feeling or vibe. So I was very confused when I saw this, and like her hair is orange. And I thought that was a little bit weird, because I will pop a picture here again. The promotional pictures of this cover don't look like the printed version of this cover. So I was very bummed about that. But I digress. Let's go into another book that I bought for my gift cards, and that is Twisted Games by Anna Huang. This is the second book in the Twisted series, the first one being Twisted Love. Didn't really like that book, gave it 3 stars, but I have a feeling that this one will be better, and if not, I will not continue with the series. But this is a princess and kind of bodyguard romance. I'm suspecting it will be dark as the first book, Twisted Love. Then we have Scandalized by Ivy Owens, a contemporary romance centering around a K-drama actor. That's what I heard when I listened to Ali Hazelwood, which is also a blurb on this book. She talked about this on a podcast and saying that the male character is a K-drama actor, and I love K-drama so freaking much. It's everything that I watch. It's the only thing that I watch. And otherwise, this will probably be hot and steamy, a good romance, because Tessa Bailey, Rosie Danan, Helen Huang and Ali Hazelwood blurbed this book, and I think I have read books from all of these people actually. This has another cover with like photographs, photoshopped thing with fireworks in the background, but I prefer the look of these illustrated covers because I think it's really cute, and it's like sunset kind of deal, and it's just really cute. Then we have like my most anticipated book of 2023, and it has already come out, and that is The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. I am so in love with this cover because not only that, it is also embossed or whatever it's called on the actual hardback, and this centers around Oak and another character that I can't remember the name of, but Oak is like the stepbrother of Jude in the first series, and I am just so excited to be part of this world again. And I've heard great things about the female main character in this book, and I think I'm gonna love her and their relationship. And I think this is the first one in a duology, so no more trilogies, but I take whatever I can get, okay? And I'm so excited for this book. Then I have bought a series that I am so excited to read, and I hope that you're excited for me, because I never really thought that I would be reading these kind of books or be venturing into this unknown territory of alien romance. I think you might guess where I'm going with this. But I bought the first 4 novels in the Ice Planet Barbarian series by Ruby Dixon. We go from left to right, the first one, second, third, and the fourth. I have already read the first one, which is Ice Planet Barbarians, the first one featuring Georgie and Vectal. As you can see here, I have a bookmark here because I didn't read the last novella from these point of views, because it's said to be spoilery of the second book. And since I have bought the second book, I want to read that first before reading that last bit. But I think I can say I have finished it. This was so much fun. It took me away on an alien romance adventure, and I loved every second of it. And I absolutely love the new illustrated covers, like we have here, because this is a special edition kind of deal. So the first one was Ice Planet Barbarians. Then we have Barbarian Alien, which is Liz and Rahoush. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but it's so pretty. It's so damn pretty. Then we have Barbarian Lover, which is Kira and Aihaku. Kira and Aihaku. The colorization, everything, the vibrancy of these colors, I freaking love it. And then we have Barbarian Mine, which is Harlow and Rook. I'm sorry for my pronunciation. Here's the deal. The 5th one in this special edition version is coming out in February. And then the next one is coming out in like June or July. So I think I will be buying more of them because I absolutely love the look of them on my shelf. It's just, it makes my heart so happy. And it took me like 2 days to read Ice Planet Barbarian. And sometimes I need a book like that. And I'm just really excited to be in my like alien romance era or monster romance era, because I'm leaning towards that, even though the first haul of this video was leaning more towards my reading taste back in the day and my reading taste now with the romance. But like, sometimes you just need a book like Ice Planet Barbarian. And then the last 2 books that I want to show is books that I have found on secondhand. We have a secondhand store really close to where I live. Sometimes I like to go in there to browse on all the books. Or like, if I'm away from home, I will likely go into a secondhand store and browse the books there as well. Because you can find very popular books, BookTok books, and you can find just like gold nuggets that other people overlook, or that you might overlook if you don't like spend your time and browsing like every single part of the store. So first off we have People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry, and this is the Swedish translation by Lavender Lit, and this cost me $1 or 10 Swedish kronor. I feel like this book is her most popular one, or like people saying that this is her most romantic one yet. I don't know if Book Lovers is actually like a romance or if this is actually a romance, but I feel like I've heard that, maybe from one person, but that's what I've gathered. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I'm really excited to be reading that. And then I also had Red, White and Royal Blue by Casey McQuiston, the book that everybody has read except for me. This is also published by Lavender Lit, because I feel like they have been publishing a lot of translated BookTok favorites or like romance favorites. So this is the Swedish translation of Red, White and Royal Blue, and this looks unread. The same with this one. The spines are not cracked, so either someone was very careful with these books or they got rid of them, which is very good for me because I want to read them. And then just a quick note, I also bought the 2nd and 3rd novel in Lord of the Rings, so The Two Towers and The Return of the King. I bought them in Swedish, so that's why I didn't really think about showing them to you right now, but I did buy that. So now we have all the 3 Lord of the Rings novels, which was a kind of milestone because I want to read them, and I want to read them in Swedish because it feels like a little bit too big of a step reading them in English. The one that I'm most excited to read is Stolen Air by Holly Black. Second on that list will probably be Barbarian Alien. And the third one might actually be People We Meet on Vacation, or the Swedish translation of that book. I think that is my most anticipated like reads, or the ones that I want to read ASAP right now. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and leave a like and a comment below and let me know if you have bought any new books recently. Have you read any of these books? What did you think about them? And subscribe, because I post a new video every week, every Thursday, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!